I'm going to start my video by warning you guys, if this video cuts off early at some part, there will be a second part. The camera's not cooperating. It shut off early. I have it in movie mode. I don't know what's going on with it, but I had a message today, and I wanted you guys to know that the scammers are back on eBay telling you used products. It works great. Watch what you buy. And there's no telling. The product looks perfect. It looks nice. It looks new. And you get something else in the box, like I did that piece of shit nail gun back there. We'll cover all that. I have a political message. That's why I have my vest on. Okay. There's a political message in this video. I'm going to be covering some bike builds. Okay. Cameron's bike, and then there's another guy that paid for a bike, and Roger hopefully will get his bike. Things are opening up, but these private shippers, they're jammed. They don't know which way to turn for work, and they're probably going to start doing it cheap just to blow it out and get money back in their pockets. So that might be a good thing for Roger. In this video, okay, is the LX172. I had this mower back here. This was this thing with this broken hood. It was all in pieces when I got it. It had a blown engine that's out there behind the shed. There's the nail gun. New battery, rebuilt motor. We have ag tires. Those are all dry rotted. And the rain was not kind to my paint job. The day I painted it, it was a lot like today. Look at that. But at night it turned into like that dam flooding that was out in the Midwest there where the dams broke. And it was like that last night here. I have my bike out because I have a political message coming, okay, about what happened here. I put fresh batteries in. And I hate to preach to people about welfare reform. Welfare was a bad idea. I think it was a bad social experiment. And I think they knew what they were doing by dumbing down people. Okay. They were raising a class of people to be slaves, uneducated. That's the reason why they're ripping down the statues of our forefathers that gave us a constitution to live under. Well, then we have this political process, okay? We have these court systems and police where law is no longer important. You go in the courtroom, you're just guilty. Or municipal authorities like we had here, they just run amok because they put authority across the building and nobody supervises, nobody monitors, especially like the PUC and the people that are supposed to be monitoring these agencies. Nobody is in charge, especially when you call on the phone and say, I got a problem with a cop here. He's getting out of hand. He might hurt me or my family. There is nobody to call. This was a social element that was designed to raise a bunch of stupid people, okay? If you think, like me, with a municipal authority in my back, that I would lose my property, I'm going to shoot the motherfuckers, okay? That's just the way it works, okay? Tried working it out. They wouldn't take a payment. It's not just you that has problems, and it's not just you that has problems with authority. This was a social experiment that was put in the hands of people. They wanted to make an income, a constant income for themselves. There's no way to explain that, okay? And it's like those guys that think they're going to do this shit. I got news for them, okay? We're jungle fighters. We're guys that came out of Iraq. We're not guys to screw with. If I was a cop, I wouldn't think of antagonizing a guy like me. So maybe some black domestic guy that's been in and out of the doghouse or whatever at the local county jail, he's well known, they'll shoot a guy like him. But they didn't realize on the backlash that he has 1,000 friends. Because I don't know how many friends, if somebody shot me, would come running. So maybe this is a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. And people think it's just a black thing, that the government is just shitting on the black people. They're shitting on everybody. It doesn't care what color you are, what your eyes look like. You're an American. Once you're here, you're an American. And that's why you boobs, that's my political message here. You think you're going out there to Gettysburg, there's going to be thousands of us. And it's going to have Marine Corps, all kinds of things on it. Special Forces. Good luck to you, boobs. Leave Pennsylvania alone and leave Gettysburg alone. Leave my dead fallen men and my dead kin out that are out there. Okay? I may have been raised in Texas. I was born in Pennsylvania, just so folks know. Sometimes I stretch the story a little bit, but I raised myself to a man in Texas. You leave my fallen brothers alone. Don't you come near them, because we are locked, we are loaded, and we are jungle fighters. We're nothing like you boobs from the ghetto. We're going to eat you. We're just going to eat you one by one. Okay, there's going to be bunches. You just leave the fallen men alone. They're not the people you have a problem with. It's those fucktards and retards like Biden that don't know their freaking name, their ass from a hole in the ground, and are trying to educate you people about where the bear shits. We're the people that built the country. My parents, my grandparents, my Amish, my great-grandparents. They've been here since the 1600s and 1500s. Long before Columbus ever could find his ass with both hands. He found the shore in 1492. My kinfolk were already living here, writing weather diaries and stuff. Things are out of whack. Things will not go back to normal until black people realize it's not just them that the system is shitting on. It's everybody they're shitting on. They've made themselves an income off of stupid, incompetent people. And making you stupid and incompetent and not knowing your rights and not knowing what that Constitution guarantees you and empowering those people to remove that Constitution, you have a powerful storm coming, because people like me aren't going to stand for it. Not one minute. Listen to what I have to say. I don't mind building somebody's bike, but some tragic shit could happen here, because you're not the only one that has problems with these systems that you can't talk to. There's nobody there, that guy's not available, and the shit begins in your life. It's not just you. It's bikers, it's truck drivers. One day your life is normal, you buy a house, you have a child, and the next thing is you have more problems than you can cope with. It's not just black people. It's not just Spanish people. It's not just Asian people. Indians. Okay? We have a system that designed itself to have an income. It has a large appetite for money. Those big fans, that's why they can afford tanks in the streets and different things. There's no need for it. If you just talk to somebody nice and suffice them outside of the ones that are sticking the dope in their arm, that's where the jailhouses and the rehabs, or that's where they should go. It shouldn't be full of people that can't pay their child support because our politicians sold your job to China, and it's your tough fucking luck you can't find a job. That son of a bitch that arrests you, that cocksucker should be in jail right alongside the politician, the political whore that sold your job. But it doesn't work that way yet. Until enough of them get shot and realize that their social experiment is over and it's time to get the fuck back to work and get some substantial gainful employment for these people here. Okay? Just like me. I make my living on breadcrumbs. Things I build, things I fix. And I really never get the wage out of it that if I was doing it for, a professional shop, well, hell, I can't work there. They got people that know nothing that know more than me. We're in the land of the free, the home of the brave. Let's keep it that way, and let's keep ourselves together. And stop believing it's a black thing. That's as stupid and ignorant as the people that are throwing these statues on the ground and not realizing the freedoms. Maybe it's because they're too stupid to read the Constitution. Is that what it is? You're guaranteed things, okay? It's fine the police officer violated it. But you can't really find a guy that's going to stick up for you and say he violated my rights, he shouldn't have done that, because the court systems are not designed that way. Really, you should be ripping down and tearing down the court systems and throwing the judges out on their asses. Their bare-skinned asses. Rip the fucking crotch out of their pants and kick them in the balls. Every one of them fucking needs it. Here in Pennsylvania, Judge Zola, Dixon, they're not judges. You know what they are? They're political stooges. They're fucking stooges. Okay? And the rest of those cocksuckers up here at Luzerne County Courthouse that sold the kids for the cash, it's still business as usual. It's just their ass hairs are out of the gun sights because nobody's complaining. Well, until somebody buys the farm and then they investigate. And, well, they really shouldn't have done that, but you really shouldn't have killed that guy. Well, oh fucking well. Okay? My political message is nobody's going to be able to keep their head together until this is over. And I understand people are emotionally charged. I am too. Especially when I'm going to fight my own problem here. And I don't want my dead veterans ripped out of their graves and their statues toppled. You gotta excuse me. I've been cutting grass. I've been doing 1,000 things. That bike had so much dust on it. I don't remember the last time. I think Phyllis Diller last time. I think she was the one that washed and waxed it. But that's upcoming. It's going to get cleaned up a little bit more. Right now, I have dinner to cook, and I had this political message to give to you folks. And I told you there's going to be a bike builder too. But the political message, I had to get that off my chest. Don't go to Gettysburg. It's not gonna end well here in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's got its ass hairs up. There's trucks here with Confederate flags going up and down, and motorcycles the same thing. I don't have anything on my bike. I got the Marine Corps on my bike. I got God and the Marine Corps on my side. They've been at my side for the rest of my, as far as I know, all my life. Okay? The Marine Corps raised me. My parents divorced when I was a kid. I had no other place to go. Okay? And then sorry, the Hells Angels and the rest of the guys took me in, but there's no other place for guys like me to go. And especially if you're a good fighter or whatever you are. Alright? Half crippled up or whatever, I'm still the meanest snake you'll ever run across. Just don't run across me. That's all I ask. And don't desecrate my memorials in Gettysburg. Those are our fallen heroes, the ones that would have guaranteed you the freedoms that you do not understand because you cannot read and understand the Constitution. And sorry about the idiots in the background there with the ATVs. We have that too. But if you're too stupid to realize what the Constitution granted you, instead of ripping statues down, you ought to be ripping them politicians out of their fucking offices by their scrawny necks and throwing them out in the street. That's what you should be doing. Thank you for watching my video, and thank you for watching my political message. Okay, because I may very well go up here and rip Tara Hill and that douchebag up there, the other Mick up here that got in, that scumbag, state representative and all that other shit. These people here in Luzerne County, they're nothing but criminals from fucking birth. Cartwright is his name. He's the biggest scumbag you ever met. He was a scumbag as a lawyer. He started out as a fucking ambulance chaser, and he ends up in politics. Who the fuck would elect a goddamn ambulance chaser to politics? He's the worst kind of scumbag. All he is a money sucker. So, don't know who and where these people come from. Don't know how you people think. But listen to people like me, how we think. We have a constitution. We want it reinstated for verbatim, word for word, what it says. That goes for the Second Amendment and the First Amendment, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck E. Cheese, you big fat fucking communist rat. That's my message. You're a big fat fucking communist rat. You and Pelosi and Hillary and Soros. You're all communist fucking rats. That's what you people are. Beware the Hells Angels, guys. Thank you.